of $3,900 per month. So you're looking at a salary of almost $50,000 a month, and the chairman of the tribunal is saying that they don't see it prudent to pay such a salary to another lay assessor who basically would be at home doing nothing, because there is not, I guess the tribunal doesn't really have that many cases before it at this point in time. And so that's the justification given. And so the young lady is saying, well, notwithstanding that is not her fault. She has been appointed by the president to serve as a lay assessor. And it cannot be that you're going to wait until a case or cases come before the tribunal, then to come now to tell me, to hire me. So we wait to see how that is going to be played out. But I have often spoken about the Equal Opportunity Tribunal, the Equal Opportunity Commission, with respect to, there's always this call for the government of Trinidad and Tobago to do more for persons of African descent, to do more for, specifically for persons in PNM-controlled constituencies, that not enough is being done, yada, yada, yada. And then there will be comparison to see that when the UNC is in office, that they do stuff for their people, but the PNM don't do anything for theirs. And I continue to make the point, and I will always continue to make the point, that when the UNC is in office and they engage in activities that is intended to benefit primarily their supporters, their people. For the most part, what PNM supporters would do is complain by coming on the radio and complaining about it, and they would call in and so on. But that is about the full extent to which PNM people, PNM supporters would go to address that issue. That, and of course at the polls, when the election comes around, they would register their discontent based on this finger. But when the opposite is at play, when the PNM is in power and the PNM does anything that could be deemed as being affirmative action for the benefit of persons of African descent or PNM supporters, you always have a battalion of UNC lawyers and UNC activists waiting in the wings. But the minute the government does that, to run to the Equal Opportunity Commission to cry discrimination and to run to the courthouse to say that what the government is doing is unfair and, again, is discriminatory and so on. And as we would have seen it, and I always reference this, the scholarship program that Mr. Manning had, where Devant Maraj and others would have taken the government to the Equal Opportunity Commission, and it was agreed that the scholarship program was in fact discriminatory towards or biased towards PNM supporters and so on. But there is not that commensurate discontent on the other side. And that's the problem. So all who like to criticize the PNM for doing things, for not doing enough, as they say, for PNM people and persons of African descent, you all need to check yourself. Because you allow it, and the extent of your complaint is to call the radio station and that's it. Or to talk about it in the highways and byways. But to go to the places where it would matter and could make a difference, we don't do that. Right? We don't. But the UNC is not afraid to do it to the PNM. And that is why the government, a PNM government, whoever is the head of the government, always has to be walking around eggshells in terms of doing these things in preparation for official complaint from the UNC. So right now, I saw over the weekend where an article came out where the government intends to provide lands, state lands for young people for agriculture, and it's being done under the Ministry of Youth Development, led by Foster Cummings.
Okay.
So I wait to see. So let me just read a little bit here. This is. Let me see. I think this is the Express. I'm not sure. It's a story by Yvonne Babulal, and it's entitled "State Lands for Young People. We are determined to bring youth into agriculture," says Foster Cummings. The government plans to give out state lands to young people for agriculture as part of a new homestead program. This according to the Minister of Youth Development and National Service, Foster Cummings, who stated that the government is determined to bring Trinidad and Tobago's young people into the sector. We are determined to bring youth into agriculture, to give them the training and the opportunity to take active part in it. The theme of the discussion was youth in agriculture, innovation and digitization, which he said was in line with the International Youth Day theme of transforming food systems. youth innovation for human and planetary health. Young farmers in the chat section of the discussion told of some of the challenges they face. For instance, one bag of Master Mix hydroponic nutrient is now $450, one said, commenting on the high prices of agricultural products. Another said it's almost impossible for a young person who doesn't already have family land to qualify for a loan. And another said many young people out of school and university don't have land titles to large amounts of capital. Noting that there was already an existing homestead program in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Cummings said that there are plans to create another one under the Ministry of National Youth, under the National Youth Policy 2020-2025. Government has announced a homestead program which would involve bringing idle state lands into agricultural production, and this program is specifically geared to attracting young people. He said upon successful completion of the 2-year program, young people will have access to state lands to pursue agriculture. NAMDEVCO will also be involved in address the marketing side of it, and the Agriculture Minister will provide technical training and expertise. For the Agriculture Ministry, Cummings also reiterated a government program to revitalize youth camps in TNT. This is the Presto camps in Chatham and El Dorado. Government has also announced the construction of a youth camp in Wallafield and the transformation of the Chagaramas Convention Center into a youth camp. All of those locations will have, as part of its curriculum, agriculture and agribusiness. Cummings said the government also plans to construct a farm school in Moruga that is dedicated to agricultural training. And commenting on reports of increasing hunger across the Caribbean Latin America and job losses due to the pandemic, he said the move to get more young people in agriculture is a step in the right direction. Cummings said he grew up in the agricultural community of Indian Trail in central Trinidad, and his family did small-scale farming and vending. Cummings said that agriculture has caught the attention of the youth, and more of them are pursuing areas of study that is related to food and agriculture. And I think we need to educate the youth in agriculture and expose them to the prospects in this sector. Speaking after the discussion, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Avinash Singh, said there are several grants at the ministry to encourage young people to get into agricultural ventures. However, he was disappointed that not many have been capitalizing on this. Singh said a 30,000 Youth in Agriculture grant is available to people between the ages of 18 and 40. He said 50% of agricultural purchases can be returned to a registered farmer, but added, a lot of good farmers in this country are not registered, and that is what we are trying to rectify at the ministry. There are also agri-incentive support grants of up to $100,000, of which a significant amount was already given out. So, state lands, grants to be provided to young people who have an interest in agriculture, but not just who have an interest, but it is now left to the state to sort of foster that interest in agriculture. Because we see what is happening now with the increase in food prices across the globe because of the pandemic, supply chain issues that is affecting. And for the longest while, we've been talking about diversification along the lines of agriculture. And who better to take up that role than the future generation? And it's now for the state to provide. And the state is saying we have idle lands that we are willing to provide to these young people. And I see that the minister has been going around the country looking at different agricultural pursuits currently in existence by young people, and that perhaps too might have motivated the decision. We would have seen in last year in the lead up to the general election in La Hoqueta, where there was an agricultural program going on. I think that would have been started under Jolene John again. Probably could be argued that it was intended to secure votes, but whatever the motive was, the fact of the matter is that it had a good outcome, and that you had a lot of young people from La Hoqueta who were engaged in this and taking them out of a situation where they could have ended up in a life of crime. So the government should be commended for this again, but I'm sure that the opposition will find some way to heap scorn on this, and they'll probably say that it is an attempt to buy votes and so on, because remember, they don't want. The Minister of Agriculture indicated that they intend to continue the food boxes after the pandemic has subsided, and there are some people, the two-pole man, Dogalaya politics, and Central, who are opposed to that because it's politics. And this venture here certainly is going to increase the availability of agricultural produce, and who knows, some of these very young farmers might end up finding a ready market for their produce in this very program. But again, it's politics. We don't want it. So apart from providing food for people, and here's an opportunity to provide employment, gainful employment, self-employment, so that these young people who have to rely on, well, I have a degree and are waiting to get a job, and I send out resumes all over and again a job. They can now hire themselves and hire other people to work with them, and facilities are being provided. But where's the kudos for the government? So as I said, I wait to see who's going to say, nah, don't do that. There's politics. Or they're trying to buy votes, because the people who are likely to pick it up is UNC, the children of UNC supporters. No. All who, and you know, my issue, Bruce, all who love to come on the radio and talk about the government, and you feel the government care about the people, and the government in doing this and the government in doing that, who like to talk that talk. You think they will talk this? You think they will come and read this out and say, hey, look what the government doing, look, they're providing something. Up to us now to encourage the children of African descent to take up the opportunity. Because the mindset is that it's only persons of East Indian descent are attracted to agriculture, right? So, what now? Why do you encourage, instead of talking nonsense and every week coming to attack the government? Come and read this out. Go around your area and find young people who are interested. And we know, because I saw Foster Cummins last week, I think it was, he went to Basilon Street and he met with Twiggy, and Twiggy was showing him, you know, little agricultural products that are currently being undertaken in that area by the youth. And it's something that could be expanded on, and the minister did give a commitment that he intends to treat with that. So you can't come and tell me, well, it's only happening in Central or South. No, it's happening in Port of Spain too. So this is the kind of thing that you need to be talking about and encouraging the youth. Instead of only talking about contract, give them contract. Give them land. Let them plant. Let them feed the nation and make money at the same time. I know, you know, the issue I have with this contract thing, right, Bruce? I'm not opposed to that. But when you want to talk about give the young people, get them contract. The people, all these years, they're voting for the PNM, and the PNM don't get them nothing. Why don't get them a little contract to pave a road or to build a bridge or build a box train? As if. So you get them a contract, right, Bruce? 250,000, let me say. 300,000 to build a bridge. And you figure that just because a man knows to pull a line and put up blocks, that's all that he needs to get a contract. The law of Trinidad and Tobago states that once you earn more than $84,000 a year, you're required to pay taxes. How many of these guys have BR numbers? If you don't have a BR number, how are you paying tax? Do they know about the other statutory obligations that they're required to pay from that money? But give them contract, right? And you figure, you just come and you write a check to this person, and you give it to them. You don't know their background. You don't know what is their expertise, right? What is their skills? What are their skill sets? You don't know, not anything, but just give them a contract. Do they know how to read a financial statement? They know the difference between a balance sheet and an income statement? Do they know that to go into the bank and open a bank account for a business that you need to have a cash flow projection? Do they know how to do these things? Just asking. But you're always complaining that only 1% get all the contracts because they have their ducks in a row. So what you need to do is to encourage these people to set up a business, pool their skill sets. So if it is you want them to get contracts, and not just to build box trains and build bridges, there are other contracts that the government has, and not just the government, the private sector too. As a matter of fact, right now, Amalgamated Security Services has a pre-qualification exercise going on for small, medium, and large contractors, right? So all you have to do, you go on their website, get the access, you pay your $500, you access the package, submit your documentation and so on, and they will pre-qualify you and put you in their database. So that whatever is the service you provide, if and when in the future that they have need for that particular service, rather than having to go to the newspaper and put out a RFP to invite a whole set of people for them to now assess these, they would already have pre-qualified contractors on their database. So they say, well, okay, we need this service. Who are the contractors we have in our database that can handle this? Okay, is this a big job? Is it a medium-sized job? Is it a small job? Okay, send out the RFP to these contractors and let them bid on it and be provided. But if it is you don't have a business, you don't have a company profile, you don't have a BR number, you have nothing in place, how are you bidding for that? It's not just the government that gives out contracts. So that's what you should be doing, encouraging these people. So they're from the area. You might have this man is an ace plumber, this man is a good mason, this one is a good carpenter, and so on. Tell them come together, pool their skill sets, and they could probably form a company. Get a house in order. They open the bank account, have the company profile, they have everything set up so that when these RFPs come out, they are able to bid for it. Do they even know how to fill out an RFP? What you should be advocating for is the use of the community centers in these areas to train people to do these things, because you could create employment as well. You could train the young people who finish school and unemployed how to do financial statements. You could train them how to do how to calculate these different statutory payments and so on for these companies who would need these services, rather than they have to leave the community to go and hire the big companies to pay them a set of money. You could have young people in the area with these skill sets who they could hire and bring them onto the company as well to do these things, because you have back office services that they would need to do. Not everything is to go out in the Hudson every day and mix mortar. This is where you should be doing with the government, and then you want to get the people contract and you only get the 1%. After that period talk, empower the people. Look, just the other day, a couple months ago, I think I saw where TNTech had put out an RFP for one of the installations in South, a 3-year contract to wash the vehicles. So that persons who are involved in washing vehicles, now you have the equipment and so on, you could have bid on that. And you get a 3-year contract, guaranteed income for 3 years to do what? Wash vehicles, all the vehicles that they have there. How many car washers we have all over the place with that skill set? They have the equipment and so on, but they're not registered. You have to be able, they need to know that you have the facilities in place to pay your taxes, because they're not going to give you a contract and then you have nothing in place to pay the government the money.
That's right.
And then they are held liable. These are the things that you should be doing, but no, every week, government ain't doing this, and the government ain't doing that, and they ain't care about black people. Stupidness. Dotish talk. Let me see if this latest initiative here to provide lands for young people, let me see how we will twist this now. We're going to say, this is what should be doing. Coming to complain about, again, Jaishima Lilada saying retail opening today, claiming that 6,000 businesses are not going to reopen. What was the basis on which you were able to arrive at that figure? Because you said it have about just over 17,000 small businesses, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Now, in order for you to get 6,000 telling you that they're going to close, that they're not reopening, you have to call more than 6,000, unless you're a crack shot, and it just so happened that you call the very 6,000 who not reopening. Everybody you call say, right. So even if you stop at 6,000, what happened to the next 11? You didn't see it fit to call them, right? And how you call them? If the businesses, retail was closed all the time, right? So you have the personal cell numbers of every small business owner in the country.
Yes.
Because if you call the business, you ain't getting no answer unless it is that the fax machine answering you, or perhaps the chair or the desk answering the phone to tell you, nah, the boss man not opening back the business. You would have had to contact everybody, right? For that 6,000 to have any validity, you have to contact all 17,000 people, and 6,000 said we're not reopening, and the rest of them said, yes, we'll reopen it. But to show you how they're dishonest, Saturday night, watching CNC3 News, they had a mass vaccination exercise at the office of the MP for Cuba South, or Cuba North, Cuba South, Rudy Ndasing. And that was conducted by the Cuba Chamber of Commerce. Right? And the president of the Cuba Chamber of Commerce, I think Rishi Sukai is his name, was interviewed. And he said, some of the businesses, a lot of the businesses that aren't opening, it is not that they're going out of business, they have changed their business model and they have now gone online. So they are no longer operating from brick and mortar. So they have stores, because to accommodate for the pandemic and to remain in business, a lot of them would have embraced the online thing. And so they were now selling online, and they realized they could make more profits that way, because you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to pay for utilities, you don't have to pay for security and all of these things. You just have to set up your online platform. Yeah, people come. And that is the way that is done in the United States. So you go online, people not inclined to go and look for no brick and mortar store anymore. Because, for instance, like when I go to Florida, if you want to go to an authentic Apple store to buy an Apple product, you have to go, they have about 3 genuine and authentic stores, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from where I would stay in Coral Springs, I have to go to a mall called, what's the name of this mall? Galleria Mall, which is about half an hour to 45-minute drive from where I stay, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
But I could just go online, order it, pay with my credit card, and the next day, FedEx come, time I open the door, because they don't stick out, there's just 3 knocks. And by the time you reach the door, Bruce, they're gone now. And the box in front of the door.
I have a problem with that. I have a serious problem with that.
It's simple, like they just trade these men into sprint. I have, Bruce, all the time I order online, because I wouldn't order stuff online to come to Trinidad, because that freight cost and all that kind of thing I find is ridiculous. You end up paying all double. So when I know I'm traveling, I would order my stuff. So if it is, they tell me, well, it would take 4 business days, and I know, well, I'm arriving on this date. So, right, by the time I get there, my stuff, I'll be there in time to receive my stuff. Yeah, but I tell you, I have never seen the person. I just hear the knock. At the time it takes me to get up off of the couch to walk to the door, which is like 3 seconds, they're gone.
You sure that knock is there? It's in the door.
But what Mr. Sukai is saying is that some of these businesses have now embraced that. We saw it with Excellent Stores, for instance, where they would have closed down a lot of their brick and mortar stores, and they have now gone online. Right? So again, it saves overhead expenses, so you don't have to be paying the rent and the exorbitant rent that some of these places are charging, and so on. And this is the president of the Cuba Chamber of Commerce saying this. Jai Shiva Leela Singh is the coordinator of the regional chambers of commerce. So obviously the same thing that Sukai telling us, he would have known that. But you didn't disclose that when you claim you're 6,000, right? Speaks to the dishonesty of the man. Rather than you come out and you say that, let me just say 6,000 businesses not going to reopen, and not explain why some of them not going to reopen, to give the impression that these businesses, because of this wicked and callous government shutting down the economy, all these businesses are closed for good, and family on the breadline. And then you have people coming to read this article, right? To say, and then chastise persons who question the 6,000. They go come and say, oh, the man and what he talking about, and how he come at that figure and whatnot. But the man do his research. Yeah. But other people calling it other issues and stating certain facts. Yeah, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. But what Leela Darsing said, that was no opinion. No, that is fact. Yeah, he called 17,000 businesses, and 6,000 said they're not going to reopen. This is nonsense that is coming upset him.
Where you get that from?
Exactly. He dishonest.
Where you get that from?
Because he didn't tell us that part about the people who went online. And even with that online thing, I still question that 6,000. Because what is the alternative for some? I'm not saying that some businesses won't reopen. Unfortunately, some of them had to close because the issue of the rent. And they know that when retail open today, it's not like you're going to have a flood of persons coming back so that you make a set of money one time. It's going to start as a trickle, but eventually it's going to build up as more and more people return to the workplace, and persons who would have lost income, CPEP workers, are now back out today as well. So I guess they're going to go back to their full salaries. And so more people will have disposable income that they could sell, that they could purchase more stuff. So it's going to pick up over a period of time. But this is the kind of negative information, and they think that they're doing the government harm. But clearly, you have to say it ain't working. You get the clip I sent Pay Bruce?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, just play that for me now. Thanks.
Yes. That is from the hold on. So I'm not hearing it. Okay.
Both the PNM
That's not right, Dominic.
However, if a general election was called, it predicts the PNM would win comfortably because the UNC is not seen as a viable alternative. But the UNC's PRO says otherwise, and Kamal Georges has the story.
Even with what it says is a less than favorable public sentiment, a NACTA poll finds that the PNM would easily win a general election if one is called today. In fact, the party, which won 22 seats last August, could pick up additional ones in the House of Representatives. According to the poll, this would happen even though there is widespread dissatisfaction with the administration. The driving factor, it seems, is citizens do not see the United National Congress as a viable alternative. The poll, which was done to coincide with the one-year anniversary since the general elections, finds that almost every supporter of the UNC is disgruntled with what they describe as poor, soft, unprepared performance both in and out of Parliament. Respondents also feel that the UNC has not been very effective in holding the PNM accountable. In fact, supporters say it's the weakest opposition in the party's history. But UNC PRO Kurt Megu says while the party has its challenges, NACTA's credibility is also questionable, and the findings, he says, are not reflective of the party's current position.
The UNC is actually in a very, very strong position right now. You can see that in the way that the PNM are constantly on a defensive position, that we have been putting them on the back foot.
The sentiment about members of parliament from both sides is generally not good, as people feel they are not being represented well. On the handling of COVID-19, some of the praise that the PNM received is dissipating quickly according to the poll, and that is being replaced by displeasure with respondents of the view that it is mishandled, including the vaccination drive. Kamal Georges, CNC3 News.
Yes, according to Kirkmehu, UNC is in a very, very strong position. Right. So you have former MPs like Romain Ramdial exposing them now, calling for new leadership. You have the activists like Garth Christopher, strong supporter of Kamla Prasad Bisesa, could never say anything bad about her, you ready to slap you down. And now he too is speaking out against Mrs. Prasad Bisesa and her leadership, telling us things that, yeah, you see, just all the things Jacona used to say about her, and this one used to say, yeah, you all haven't seen that side, but I have seen it. But he wasn't singing that song a few months ago. Yeah, Barrington Skippy Thomas again was another strong supporter of Kamla and defender of Kamla. He too. Now they're forming the Break Free movement. Why? Because they realize that the UNC is weak. Now all they're doing, calling Sunday morning press conferences, and you're not getting any questions from the media. The media is there because you all call them.
They're still calling
them. It's pathetic. Yeah. So now you all have to work with your own questions. That speaks volumes. You all putting out posts and putting out briefings and whatever it is with lies and misinformation that can easily be fact-checked and embarrassing the party. But like they don't care. They don't care. Every night you have Douglas politics, coming and talking all kind of nonsense, right? You're criticizing the government and this, that, the other, and the next one, the problem fixed. You're still criticizing. Why? Because you're not getting the traction that you're looking for. You all do not have crossover appeal. And that's what the poll is saying. That's what it's saying. If an election is called, you all do not have sufficient crossover appeal of persons who would say, well, okay, I vex with the PNM, but I'm willing to vote for the UNC. All they could hope, Bruce, is that people will not turn out at the polls, that the people who vex with the government will simply not vote. But they will not vote for the UNC because they have nothing to offer, nothing of substance. They still have a whole set of allegations of corruption that they have to answer to. And we will make sure that the people continue to be reminded of these things. For those of us with short memories and who can't remember what they gave between 2010 and 2015, or who have convenient memory and could only remember laptop and baby grant, color me orange. That's all I could remember. The other things, that just went out of sight, out of mind. But for some of us, it's still very present in front of us. And we will not forget. And we will make sure that the right-thinking citizens of the country don't forget either. You understand? Because a lot of the players still there. Still there. With questions to answer. Some of them waiting in the wings to come and finish off the job that they started from 2010 to 2015 that they thought they would have gotten another 5 years to complete. Had they known they weren't going to get our 5 years, it would have been worse. The Tiffin would have been double or triple, you know? Yeah, but they thought they did so well. Mama guide the people, throw some crumbs at them. Look. Hold a color me orange there, man. Hold a baby grant, $500 to make child. And they will vote for that. Super Life, look, hold that. $12 million. You give all $2 million in prize money, and the next $10 million went into whose pocket? Study that.
It's so amazing. You get a little piece of money that the money can't even see you into next week. But you want to praise that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know now.
Yeah, give out contract to build box drain. Where the box drain starting and where it ending makes absolutely no sense. But hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxpayers' money spent, and how many people, over 77 persons murdered, killed for those contracts because this one find that this group over there, the contract that they get is too big. They want to share that. Nah, you can't build no box drain here unless we get a piece of the action too. Nah, you can't build no box drain here. You oughta pay tax. And you want to pay tax? Take on 2 shots. You're dead. That's what they did. And we applaud, and they want to applaud that, right? Yeah, get them contract, man. That making sense.
Madman thing, yes.
You can open the lights there, Bruce.
Guys, you can call us at 342-0081 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce, Dominic.
Morning.
What's up, Sharon, Aisha, Diana, the big boss, IWER George, 91.9 listeners, nation. I try, boy, Dominic, boy. I try with the dependency syndrome program, boy, but I try to tell them what you see in there. What we need is intelligence in order to develop. You cannot come out and there's only one finger you could use. You can't come out and get a contract or education is something that has prepare your brain to format your ideas. And that's what I try. It's a feel, boy, Dominic, boy, I feel. I ain't get through at all. You cannot bar talk education. Everybody is academic. I was trying to say that you have to eliminate the time factor and develop your child. You have the opportunity to develop your children at your speed. Is when you kind of press the time and thing now, that is what has caused the kind of, the Joneses attitude and you're into thing and no. But now we have an opportunity to teach our children. I told me something else advocating. And in this way, when you have intelligence, you could build your your organization. You must have intelligence, not only use that finger after the thumb, the finger after the thumb. Yeah, that is a qualification, right? Yeah, that finger after the thumb for you to get contract, yeah. Only that alone you could use, and you can't bring a book together, you can't do. So I was trying to say that you must encourage people to educate themselves so that they can format whatever they're doing into a formality, but I feel miserable. Another thing too, this dotish paradigm about what I'm calling a weak opposition, because they oppose everything. If you understand, a strong opposition is one that does support what's good for the country. But apparently they're stuck in a time zone, Dominic. I tell you, people lack intelligence to evolve to deal with the politics that it need right now. A strong opposition is not somebody who will back something good out the door like this bill that Dr. Rowley was so watered down in order to pass it. It was dealing with international financial institutions and stuff. Yeah, it was so watered down that bill. Yeah, all you come up against that. All you come up against the Tobago bill. Anything to deal with corruption, all you come up. Even though the bill will catch even Mr. Faris, even though it will catch all who they call in 1%, they're refusing to support it. So this dotishness about weak opposition is somebody who cannot oppose everything that they PNM. I find that is illiteracy and dumbness, illiteracy to the highest degree. A strong opposition is one who supports what's good for the country. And I find it's time that they does encourage you and seeing this rubbish about the weak because they can't challenge the PNM. It's not about challenging. Opposition is to oppose things that will affect the country in a negative way. But they don't put on the political dotishness to support the country because what? The PNM go look good. No, it's not about that. Have a nice day, Dominic. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to
Thank you.
Man, take care. Caller, good morning.
A very pleasant day to all.
Morning.
Gentlemen, nice hearing from you all. I haven't called this station in a long while. But I just want to thank you all and encourage you all to continue the good work.
Thank you.
One little thing I would like to rub in, gentlemen. The mega farms that was going to be our food basket. In 2016, what did they mash up? Are you all still there?
Yeah, we listen to you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a beautiful program that Kamla and they mash up those mega farms. Today, country where I have food today. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, man, take care.
Thank you. Instead, the UNC gave us Carony Green, and they gave away the mega farms to people to pave, to open, to host, what is it, beach house?
Uh-huh.
Carnival Fest? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Prime arable land. Yeah. To host Carnival Fest. That's what the UNC gave us. Don't forget that, They were the ones who say the private sector, government should not be competing with the private sector and the private farmers and so on. Mash up the mega farms. Okay. Give us Carony Green, where they spent over $9 million and all they got back was $1 million. The main beneficiaries, the farmers, got $76,000.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah. Hey, Bruce, morning.
Yeah, man.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Mr. Chan, Teresa, Caleb, Mami Sauce, with comments. Clement Coco, Jennifer, Colvin, Pearl. Miserable Fireman. Nice hearing your voice. Yes, Dominic, all a very good conversation. Because I read an article, which was agriculture for the youth, proposed by Foster Cummins, and will be the age from 18 to 40. I hope the youth them will take advantage and go and learn, because that's a good way of diversifying the economy into agriculture, like what's going on down in Maruga with the mega farm and thing. So I hope the youth will take advantage and just get off those down on the block. Also, Bruce and Dominic, I have read a little article by Gandhi, one of the former UNC, I guess, political directors. And he and all mentioned that the UNC is weak, He said the poorest opposition that he ever seen in the country. You understand, Dominic? So when I hear Mayhew talking, Mayhew just talking because he feeling that he have nothing to say, but everybody know that opposition is the weakest opposition we ever had. Because when the government, they proposed the bail amendment, right? They want to, they come out, wait, not come out and say they ain't supported nothing. And they're fighting the government, but I don't see them getting an independent vote to support the UNC. You understand? Because what they're studying is the East-West corridor, right? But the East-West corridor will always remember what they have done to us and say $69 for us, take it or leave it. And we'll never forget that. So I know how they will get the East-West corridor vote and the independent vote to win an election. Okay, fellas, for very good conversation. Listen to you all.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Dominic and Bruce, good morning.
Morning.
Thanks, sir.
Bruce, you read something in the papers earlier. THTI is to be converted to University of Tobago.
Yeah.
What that THTI is about?
Just now, let me see if I can get back. Dominic, you know the abbreviation, because I didn't get into the
That's the Trinidad and Tobago Hotel and Tourism Institute.
Okay.
Remember, there was the Trinidad leg that was down in Chagaramas that shut down.
School.
I think it was sometime last year, and only the one in Tobago had remained operational.
Oh, okay. You heard that, caller?
The hotel school?
Yeah.
Yes.
So because when I asked, back in the days, I got blows left, right, and center for calling for a university in Tobago.
Oh.
I told Aisha about it, but I'll remind her later.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks for the information.
No problem, man. Take care.
I will leave it there.
Yeah. Guys, we have I have about 2 more minutes, if so much. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Take it
Morning.
And good morning to Dominic.
Morning.
You are hearing me?
Yes, we are. Go ahead.
Nice. Dominic, that was a brilliant analysis of the scenario whereby people can get contracts, the infrastructure, what you have to know to be able to go and be ready and present yourself to any state organization or even private enterprise where you can get a contract. Maybe somebody, some entity, Dominic, needs to take you and have you move around with them where you can hold a seminar, hold a gathering, and tell the people what they have to do to get a contract and guide them along that way. Or you have the Zoom, you have the virtual platform where you can go on and explain to people what you have to do to get a contract, not just, brawn, but brain and brawn, and also to get the contract. So I thought, and my family, we are listening here, it was a brilliant analysis. So I want to thank you. You need to go out there, boy. Go on Zoom, all the different platforms, and hold your seminars. We salute you. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Dominic.
Yes. Yeah, Dominic, so we have about 40 seconds before we go to the break.
Right. I just wanted to touch on something else that I heard about, with the common entrance, the SEA, and the school placings with respect to the SEA, and even though some children, they get high marks that they get the place, and children at lower marks get into these schools. I want to make the point. There's something called the Concordat, which is an agreement between the government and the denominational schools, the government-assisted schools. 80% of the SEA places goes to the government, and the school retains 20%. So the school can decide whoever they want to give those 20% to, regardless of the scores. And sometimes some schools will retain these places and give it to perhaps the children of past students who might be assisting the school in whatever way, and so on. So they reserve 20%. So when you want to talk about, your child could get the highest mark and they have other children there who get lower than them get in, it's because the school have that right. 20% of the places the school reserves to give to whoever they want, regardless of how they perform in the SCA.
Okay. Right.
Yes, and as I said, because I sit on the board of the St. Mary's College Past Students Union, right? And I can tell you, based on just being there for the short while, the Past Students Union does a lot of stuff in terms of assisting the school. And they provide the school with over $1 million a year to assist in a number of different things. And a lot of that money is made through the St. Mary's all-inclusive FET and other fundraising events that they have. But 20% of the places is reserved by the school to give to whoever they choose to give, right? And 80% goes to the government. So if you went to the college and you want your son to get in, and you can talk to whoever it is, it might. You contribute, you might sponsor a classroom and so on, and these things, and they would be able to accommodate. So,
all right.
Yes.
All right, guys, so we're going to a break, and we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
It's a freeness when we jam. Good vibes spread across the land. Feel it in the veins. Release that energy. To know what it means to me. Yeah, I don't know the history. Cause when they fight me down, we just find our way. Tell them. And it don't take too much for this line to form a session. Yeah. Cause we don't see no bet when it comes to party. Yeah. Hear the voice of Nelson and Shadow. Kitchener and Spoiler and Sparrow. Tiny man that I want to follow. You know we must celebrate. For the love of time, so don't stop. For the love of jamming, don't stop. For the love of bacchanal, it's that we want. I get in on bad. For the love of culture, don't stop. For the love of soca, don't stop. Listen, girl. Keep making us see. When you see them take to the streets, every shape and size so unique. See the love we have running, could never replace you, not at all. Is a part of all of we. I know the sweetest melodies, rolling out of we like a tidal wave, wash all over me. And the rhythm take you, just roll and ease the pressure. Oh, we have a wine that's sweeter than sugar cane. Yeah, you can hear this fight, so much stand up. Every single West Indian hand up. If you know the party can rum up, tell them, for the love of guys, so don't stop. For the love of jamming, don't stop. on. Hey, yeah, keep jamming on. Oh, yeah, keep jamming on. All I know is him. Keep jamming on. Patrice, love you, baby. Keep jamming on. For the love of guys, so don't stop. For the love of jamming, don't stop. For the love of bacchanal, is that we want, yeah. For the love of soldier, don't stop. For the love of culture, don't stop. For the love of bacchanal. I love all you. Keep jamming on. Yes, we love you. Patrice, we love you.
Are you experiencing loss of vision, or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open, and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
For TTMF customers making payments over the counter, our tellers at all our offices will be open to make your mortgage payments on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during the period August 9th to 20th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and daily from August 23rd to September 3rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. To make appointments, request letters, access other documents, and other services, please visit our online customer service center at www.ttmf-mortgages.com. TTMF, from hair to home.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Get your vaccine. Well. Since I was pitching marbles, the place was good. I went and did some doubles, the place was good. I went by the beach and I watched the skies, it was a paradise. But when COVID touched down that day, and I see the cases start to raise, I tell you, if you don't get vaccinated, it's trouble. For the place to be good again. For the place to be good again. For the place to be good again. No more lockdown in Port of Spain. For TNT to be good again. Right. So we could mash it up, shut it down and turn it over. So we could mash
with George, the big boss of the business, and this is the message from the North Central Regional Health Authority.
Yo, it's more mega, more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35-1. Playways giving you more mega for your money. Win 35-1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35-1 in every Playway Mega Mix draw if the mega bonus ball calls. That means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway Mega Bonus Ball, unleash your winner within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the lime had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the Lime Wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gotta be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools. All right. Thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Find an accountability partner. An accountability partner is exactly what it sounds like. Your accountability partner is there to keep you on track when it comes to your finances. They are there to keep you motivated and to help you stay the course, especially through challenging times. For most people, an accountability partner is a spouse. However, an accountability partner can be any individual you trust and value their input and guidance. Having an accountability partner can be the extra motivation you need to reach your financial goals. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of August 15th, 2021. stands at new positive cases 190, total active cases 6,178, total recovered patients 34,508, total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 41,866. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
So welcome back. Just a bit of information for you. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will now be open full-time to provide expert eye care services to you. All of our regular services are now available. For your safety, we continue to practice the established health and safety protocols, and we recommend that you make an appointment for all testing services. Please call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. For all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand now available. Don't forget PowerMaster, Optima Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15, Arapita Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. What is convenience? Paying your Digicel bill with your debit card on My Digicel app. Now you can make your Digicel Plus and mobile bill payments on the My Digicel app with your Scotiabank, Republic Bank, RBC, or First Citizen Bank Visa debit card. No need to use a credit card. We make it easy to use your debit card to pay your bill, top up, or purchase a plan. Download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. And international cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lindell Simmons and Riyad Emirates, even Raymond Ramnarine and Ravi B, has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. Guys, also, I am proud to announce the return of our Playway segment right here with us this morning on the Titans at 8:40. So at that time, we'll be going into the Playway mode. So get your numbers ready. If you know you had your dream last night, make sure and prepare yourself. Because when I open up the lines, I just want you to give me the numbers and we're going down the road. Let me see if we can start to win some stuff here today. So Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you see, we have the return of the Playway.
Nice.
Yeah, so, hey, we have our time this morning.
Indeed. I don't have a lot of people complaining about the reopening of the Playway boats, saying that the government trying to get people to spend money that they didn't have and the money that, you know, as kind as the people in have money, this one have money, but they have money to gamble. Like I was listening to the update a couple of days ago. One day, 4 people won the cash pot, $25,000 each.
You know how to check mine?
And there's 4 people who have money that could probably take care of some bills that they might have accrued over the last how much of a month. Who knows, some of these people probably lost their jobs, and $35,000 could do a lot.
Yeah, it's sure right.
Yeah.
It's sure right.
So why people only complain about Playway? Playway isn't the only game that the NXCB offers.
Yeah.
And I think they had added on a $2 million to the lotto jackpot.
Yes.
Right. So Again,
And
some
that's on all those nine wet ones. So, hey.
There you go. Right? So,
come on.
Somebody's going to be smiling all the way to the bank at some point in time in the next few days or months, as the case may be.
Yeah.
So.
Don't knock it, Ollie. Don't knock it
And the government taking 10% of your winnings, or at least something going back into the coffers, you know, to help with the country's financial circumstance. So come on now, man. Easy up.
I'm telling you, boy.
Jeez.
Papa, yo. Hey, father. So guys, you can call us up. The lines are open. 342-0081 466-5391. Those are the numbers to get us live in studio. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Hey, Mano, morning.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Lotto is in the place, and the number is 35.
Well, we are ready yet, Mano. You in easy?
Okay, well, I like vanish, I go and play.
And it's play away, not Lotto.
I mean, sorry, I didn't play away. But same thing, all anything gambling. Anyway, good morning to Miss Tunapuna. Girlfriend, good morning to you. Good morning to Party Street. Good morning to Mr. Tunapuna. Sorry. Miss Sawaman. Oh, man, good morning. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning to Ms. Faizabad and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. All U.S. Swelling called Jackie and Jackie. Good morning. People of Bonnet Gardens and Mount Hope. Remember, love is the answer. And all you don't study them, vote for PNM.
Yeah, man, there's tears. Yes, caller, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
And Manu, you said good morning for everybody for me. But you know something, Dominic? I have a man telling the government should give everybody 1,000. He said, no, turn it into 1,000 US, so when you convert it to $6,000. So every house, once you're over 18, you'll get $6,000. So if there's 5 of us inside here over 18, multiply that by 5. What do you think that will do for the economy, my brother? Does that make logical sense? I got a group of people telling them. But you know what I also observed? With the internal fighting, did you observe that the opposition leader went and got her jab?
Yes.
Right. Did you see the young man from Mova put up the opposition leader taking a jab and is criticizing the opposition leader?
Yes.
Right. So what does that tell you, sir? The reason why a lot of people had hesitancy to take the jab was because of that person not taking it, creating somewhat a hesitancy in Trinidad and Tobago. Now that she is taking it, it seems as though some of our supporters has a problem with us, sir. Enjoy the morning, gentlemen.
Yep. Bruce, the question that was being asked, if you think that the government cares about you and the things that would be cited to show that the government don't care. But the fact of the matter is that this uncaring government is the same government that has resisted all calls from IMF and others to reduce the size of the public service, to send people home, right? Yeah. They've said from the outset nobody is going to lose their job. And as far as I know, every month the public servants, their salaries are in their bank accounts on time so that they could go and take care of their bills. This is the same government that is making sure that they borrow money or do whatever it is that they can to ensure that everybody who is in receipt of some sort of social welfare assistance, whether it is the public assistance, disability grant, the senior citizens grant, that these people continue to receive their money every month despite the government having to take abuse from several quarters where they're borrowing too much money and so on, that they're doing what they have to do to ensure that these payments continue, the food card and so on, all of these different things that you're questioning. Do the government care about the people? Right? Do they care? Government has done quite a lot. And some people may say, well, they're just doing their job. Yeah, but they are doing things that goes above and beyond in order to ensure that there is that level of stability, that those who require that level of support, that they continue to get it, but they continue to have if the government cares. So you think that the government caring for the people is to give everybody 1,000 US. And then what? Yeah. And then what? When that 1,000 finish, get them another 1,000?
How are you? Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic. Sharon, wherever you are. Morning to the Titans. I want to endorse what Brother Dominic has said. Who say with me?
Say again?
Yeah, I want to endorse what Dominic has said, Bruce. Bruce, you hear me?
Yeah, hearing you good now.
Right. Yeah, some people feel they want to run this country like a welfare state, and encourage worthlessness. I want to tell people when all they want to run this country like a welfare state, the government must do everything. Pull up your pants, get toothpaste, get toothbrush. Right? You know what will happen in this country? You'll be going to hell in a super soak gasoline bag. That is what will be happening in this country. Because let me tell you something, with this thing, as Dominic was saying, okay? Thousands of public servants in this country has gone home already under IMF program. Not Dr. Roy has managed this country with the skills of Mr. Imbert. That thousands of our public servants, everybody is on the payroll still. All social services still getting the money. The sick, the deaf, the dumb, the blind, the disabled getting money, right? But I don't know what it is some people in this country want. I want to tell all our minions who talking, it's like a stupid all they're talking out there. This country, including the opposition leader, all them trade unionists, all of them, were educated by a PNM government and PNM philosophies by giving free education, right? All the roads, highways, 90-something% of police station, public buildings was built by the PNM. And during this pandemic time, they have been fighting tooth and nail to keep this country together, and they have been doing a damn good job at it, right? So I want to tell all your people, all of you wake up and be wise. When they come into all of you with a stupid talk, do not listen to them. Great is the PNM, and we will always be here, Dominic. Bruce, well, that's a good morning. I'll look on our listeners. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man, bless. Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning to you, my dear.
Morning.
Dominic, good morning to you.
Morning.
You all right, Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's what I like to hear, Bruce. Bruce.
Oui.
I see 30 years, right? We have 30 years of Domestic Violence Act. And 30 years later, has it been an effective, Bruce? Today it's supposed to be Domestic Violence Act, or today they recognize it today, this particular day. Bruce and Dominic, I also noticed that the Commissioner of Prison shot himself accidentally. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right. I wonder if it's the two DCs, the male and the female from Enterprise, who wake up from the dead and went and shot them, Bruce. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yeah.
I wonder if the DCs, right, Bego and his madam, I wonder if it's them who get up from the dead wake up and went and shot the acting commissioner of police. Bruce, you see this man above our head? Don't play with him. Don't play with him. Those two were shot last week, right, by the police, whatever went on there. You see what happened yesterday? The commissioner of police shot himself, not the police, and prison, accidentally. Bruce, I gone.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Hey, morning. How you doing?
Morning, your boy, Mr. Dominic. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
I joined in the conversation here because I was very interested in that building, that thing that agriculture place man had developed in Tucker Valley. And you know, one of the ministers, Mr. Barrett, he went up there and he saw it because Pigot was in charge of that, And when he showed them the produce that came out from that place, because the man himself, but I think they brought Cubans here to assist them in developing that agricultural place. And he bought a product from up there. And this man, if you hear accolades that Manin got for that project that he started up in Tucker Valley. And from the time they went into Poino, the same man went and crashed that program. He mashed up Manin agriculture program up in Tucker Valley, But he praised it so much in Parliament. And another thing, Dominic, you're talking about contracts and things just now. That's St. Joseph River Bridge. You know that St. Joseph River Bridge had collapsed.
Yes, I remember that.
They cover it over, and up to now, we don't know who got that other contract to build that other part of St. Joseph River Bridge. But we know the minister who was in charge of bridges, he died the same one who built the one in Dabadi. When rainfall now, is a whole river flowing down to the bottom right on the eastern side of it. Like the same minister who built that bridge. And up to now, we don't know the price of the rebuilding of that St. Joseph Bridge. Up to now. So fellas, you have a nice day. Good program and listening.
Mm-hmm.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, man. Take care. 342-0081-466-5391. Those are the numbers to call. Call me up. See who's there. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
This thing worrying mine. I know a pelican is a smart bird, you know. It has dive and feed itself. Once it see a live fish, it dive, it catch it. When it ain't doing that, it resting on the boat or on the moorings of the boat. All of a sudden, I see a set of UNC pelican that's diving in oil to catch feed. That to be UNC pelican diving in oil. Then a man retrieving it from the oil to clean it. Pelican gone mad too. I gone.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Hi, morning, Dominic.
Hardly hearing you, though.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning to all the listeners on 91.9, Mr. Chance and Guru, Mother Tanapuna, much love to you. Miss Zina, everybody. Watson Juke would have asked a question whether or not somebody, a union leader who is vaccinated, could morally defend a worker who is unvaccinated. I want to ask Mr. Watson Juke this morning, can a union leader who is charged and before the courts on 1 count of rape and 4 counts of sexual assault, could that union leader morally defend a worker who is going through sexual assault at the workplace or may have allegation against somebody who they would have accused of rape? Could a union leader morally defend that person if they themselves are before the courts on 1 count of rape, 4 counts of sexual assault? You see, Watson Juke likes to song and play his intelligence. And he likes to throw out conversations out there that when people read it, they feel that he is so intellectual, when instead he's actually tying up himself with the things that he's saying. I want to also ask Natuk this morning, does Watson Solomon Juke have Natuk testicles in a vice grip that they're probably afraid to treat with Watson Juke? I also want to ask Watson Juke, you haven't had a Caller General Council meeting for months, and our Constitution says every month a General Council must be held because that is the financial body. How are you getting money? Who is approving the monies that you're spending every month, Watson Solomon Juke? The reason why I raise this is if people in Tobago are listening and only want to take God out all their thoughts and put him in the THA as the whether finance secretary or THA deputy leader or the leader, all you're going to get a man who is going to spend THA money and speaking that based on the experience we had at PSA. I could speak from that experience. Who will spend all your money without giving a conceit? Who will talk to all you in any manner he feel like, because we see what he did when he talked to the Auditor General and the 2 women who he called all kind of names, how he spoke about Ms. Baptiste Primus, and he continues. So that's what all they're going to get. Disrespect. Money spending left, right, and center, no accountability. A man who can stand up and talk to no world leader, because as a THA leader, he will have to speak to other leaders around the Caribbean and world. He will be able to carry on a conversation. A man who will hire a media team who can spell. Only going to get embarrassment and more embarrassment. So whatever hurt Tobago people feeling Only better zip it together, get it ready and think logically and clear when all they go to vote. Because Watson Solomon Juke will make Tobago hold their head and ball. Only talking about thing hard now, it could be hardest. I say that I'm saying it could be hardest, it could be the baddest. Because Watson Solomon Juke is unfit. I am saying after Vincent Cabrera. Watson Solomon Juke is unfit to hold any office, whether political or otherwise. And how could the union movement stomach a man like Watson Solomon Juke? You all have a blessed day and reach home safely who has to travel. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Oh, let's go in you and Dominic.
They cool.
Morning.
How are you doing?
Right. Hi, cool as ever.
Nice.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if I ain't get in, all remember to tell me happy birthday.
No problem.
All right, I'm telling you and Dominic from now. Okay?
Yes, darling.
And so have a blessed day.
You too. Take care.
All right then. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning, Dominic. Good morning. Yeah, I was very interested when Dominic read the story, and that is why I called with respect to Minister Cummins, Minister of Youth Development and National Service. I had the opportunity to meet with him quite recently, and I was very, very impressed with those two projects, Youth in Agriculture and the Youth Camp. And I want to say to the young people, particularly the young people of African descent, that is why I join in, so that we can understand that the pursuit of agriculture is not just hard work. It's not just digging up the ground with a fork and using a cutlass and spade. There's technology involved in agriculture now. And there's a different approach to agriculture. And I want to encourage the young people, particularly the young people of African descent, to embrace that project with both hands. It's an opportunity for you to get into business and develop generational wealth. I want to hear you, not monthly pay. The business of agriculture can promote generational wealth. You can get into a business. There are several aspects of agriculture. So I want to encourage, and I want to say boldly, the young people of African descent to get involved in this project. And I also want to say that there's a part of that project that I really feel that our young people of African descent should focus. It is called the Homestead Program, where they'll be given parcels of land and the opportunity to build a house and to go into agriculture. And really, it is called the Homestead Program. I also want to urge the Minister of Agriculture, who I heard since last year, talking about how he is going to reclaim the county lands that have been given to people, leased to people who have not been using it for the purpose of agriculture. Minister of Agriculture, it's about time you start to do that. We want you to reclaim those lands. There are too many lands in county lands that are idle and have been leased out to persons, for farmers, for the purpose of agriculture, and absolutely nothing is being done on them. I would like you, Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Clarence Rambarat, to go and start that process of reclaiming those lands and redistributing those lands to the young people who are interested in agriculture. And I call out the young people of African descent to hold that with both hands, because there's an opportunity for you to go into business and develop generational wealth. The second part of the program is the Youth Camp program. And I urge the government, I know it's hard time. I know we are dealing with life at this time. But I want you, as soon as you get that window of opportunity, to give Minister Cummins the full movement a priority in respect of handling that youth camp. Because you, at that time, will be engaging over 400,000 people, young people, in residential and non-residential youth camp. So I look forward to that. And I support Minister Cummings fully, particularly in those two projects. Youth in agriculture, youth camps, because I think those two initiatives will have a very significant effect on our young people, particularly our young people of African descent. Thank you for this opportunity, Bruce and Dominic. Appreciate it. Thank
you. Mr. Chance. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Morning.
And Dominic, I want to send out birthday greetings to one of your colleagues, Aisha Welsh. There's a birthday.
Yep.
Yes, Aisha Welsh, happy birthday to you, sweetheart. And I may, hope you enjoy your day and God continue to shower all his blessing. Okay, Bruce?
Yes, my dear. Yes, so birthday greetings going out to Miss Aisha Wells. I know you're going to have a great day today, my friend. Stay blessed. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce, Dominic, Sharon. Bruce, I want the second and third, but the chance would have said they're considering agriculture because for a very long time I have been trying to get people to understand that we need to move from the ideology that we had that agriculture is about a man in the hot sun with a hoe. That is no longer so. And we need to get past that because if we keep limiting agriculture to be that micro manner that we continue to have, we will never be able to produce enough to support ourselves or to export in any applicable manner or profitable manner. And we need to change that. So as I said, I second and third that. Now, I want to say that I'm seeing so much of different issues that we are hearing in regards and condolences to the person who passed away in the bad weather that we had yesterday. But I would also like people to understand, I'm seeing people saying that, it's the fault of the state and whatever. But if you watch around the world, we are having similar issues in Holland and all different parts of the world. We're seeing that you're having flooding in Belgium, in Turkey. They had fire and flood. So this is our apparent cleansing. It looks like the world is trying to clean itself. And we have to face the whatever issues that we have to face because of that symptom. So I want people to understand. And to the people who always talking about Dubai, oh gosh, all you go and read and learn and see what's going on in the underbellies of Dubai now. We just only see the cover of the book, but we don't read the pages inside. And because the cover looking nice, we tell ourselves everything nice. Who just want to say that we should be like Dubai? I pray we never get like that. Because the abject poverty that it have a majority of the population living in is a very sad place to be. And I would shudder to think that we would end up someday becoming as Dubai. That we are just a covering for a book. And the reality is very sad indeed. There is abject poverty in Dubai for thousands and thousands, and they were built on almost a slavery-like mannerism. So people, be careful what you wish for. You might one day get it. Bruce, how do you have a nice day?
Yeah, man, take care. So, guys, the countdown has begun for our Playway Pick of the Day. Our mega bonus ball. Hey, boy, it's back on the inside. So we'll be doing that in just a bit. We could probably take one more call. Let's see. Yes. So we'll take a quick call here. Caller, you have just about a minute. Go ahead. Morning.
All right. Morning. I will go fast. I'm Mr. Foster Cummings. I'm from the constituency. he knows the constituency, and if you watch his profile, he's into agriculture with all those big farms, and I want to believe that these farms that are going on, when the program gets going with the youngsters, they will be going to these farms then to see, to get the practical of how it's been done. So the man doing a very, very good work in a proper ministry. So hats off to him, and I ask you again to endorse this a chance. Please, everybody, get on board. It is for our own interest and things. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Yes, so up next is our Playway pick of the day. So hey, I'm going to open up the lines to take your calls, and you're going to give me those numbers. Yeah, let's see if we could win a little something today. It could be a special day in your life, you never to know.
What a dream.
Huh?
You're supposed to get the people the heads up so that they will not a dream and try and remember the dream last night. Then they get up right down on the dream.
Listen, no. People let's stop dreaming. We ready?
Yo, it's more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35-1. Playway is giving you more mega for your money. Win 35-1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35-1 in every Playway mega mix draw if the mega bonus ball calls. That means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway mega bonus ball, unleash your winner within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
So the lines are currently open. 3420081, 4665391. I am only taking numbers for the Playway. And that's the draw. The first draw for this morning is 10:30. So remember, guys, when you call me up, we call in for the 10:30 a.m. draw this morning, right? So let's go. Caller, good morning.
Yes, again, Bruce.
Good morning.
Walk tall and stay loose, keep reaching for the skies, and the lotto is around. And the numbers are 10, 15, 5, 12, 7, and 3. And your powerball might be just 1.
Mano, I tell you, it's Playway, you're calling lotto.
Oh. No, it's Playway?
It's Playway, Mano. What are you going to do with that?
But I thought it was lotto just now.
No, it's Playway.
Oh, well, play 35.
Well, it's all in LCB, so.
And carriage.
25?
Yeah, 35 and 3.
All right, nice. 35 and 3. Nice. We're working with that. Nice.
Well, take all the lotto numbers, Mano, give and play it.
You understand? Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Bruce, and I'm Dominic.
Morning.
I forgot to ask when I was born a little while.
Jenny, hold on. We in a Playway segment right now.
Oh, sorry.
So you can give me a number.
31 bacchanal.
Nice. I'm going to live with that. Guys, call me up. Hey, I need these numbers. Yeah.
Well, Miss Crosby and Miss Giuseppe.
Well, come. And I'm watching online too. No, don't feel like I'm watching Facebook and YouTube and all that. Send all the numbers. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
4 dead man.
Nice.
And 15 sick month.
Right, nice.
Good.
I love it. Keep it coming. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce, Dominic, Sharon,
Morning.
31 line.
Morning.
10, Ultra.
Nice.
1 line, 1, 10, 19, and 28. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm teaching you the game. Okay, bye.
Yes, Dominic, it coming.
Yes,
Caller.
Bruce Wayne. I don't know if we start.
Yes,
I know we are already.
Nice.
32, 15, and 17.
32, 15, and 17. Nice.
Right, yeah. And morning, Sharon. Morning, Mommy Sauce. Okay, God bless.
Yes, darling. Dominic, you see how things start back already. About, you see, look online, I've seen 14 from Jacqueline Benjamin. Claude Lewis, 21, 26, 15. Yeah, man, that's what we're talking about. Caller, good morning.
Lucy and Dominic.
Oui.
Good.
Oui.
I like 33.
33.
Yeah, I like 3, 17, 13, and 6. You get that right?
What are we talking about? Yeah.
Yes, 17, 13, and 6, 33, and 3.
Nice.
All right.
Caller, good morning.
Yes, morning, the mark today. Janet Woman, 16.
16, nice.
Janet Woman.
Janet Woman, right.
16, and today's is 16, I think.
And today's is 16.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
I like 24 Queen and 32.
24 Queen and 32, nice.
And I will play Aisha for young girl, 17.
Right, nice, all of that. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Bruce. Dominic, morning.
Morning.
So they put all your money on foul, 26.
26?
26, foul. And Marine Fullerton, foul, 26.
Hey, caller, good morning.
Hey, morning again, Bruce. You know, nobody, none of them women here like Lolo at all.
Yes, but and mother call out a whole road there for we. Man, you ain't listening, man. Let me see online here again, Dominic. 11:33, 14:26. Yeah, man. We're going on the tubes. 36, 4 and 32 popular this morning, boy. 18. Yeah, man. Well, keep it coming.
It's a dreamland zombie.
I know what you, Dominic, we don't know what our time, you know.
Now everybody.
So, guys, that was our play with pick of the day. Yes, I have all my numbers here, so you know me.
You have enough numbers to choose from.
Yeah, I go and do the needful. Hey. Must try a little thing, must take a little touch, see what's going on. So, guys, we thank you for playing. Remember, you got to listen to the Street 919 FM all day long, as we will be having or play with pick of the day through the day to give you the numbers, for you to give us the numbers at least. And that's how we do here at the Street 919 FM.
What you dream last night?
Yo, it's more mega, more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35-1. Playways giving you more mega for your money. Win 35-1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35-1 in every Playway Mega Mix draw if the mega bonus ball calls. That means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway Mega Bonus Ball, unleash your winner within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Yes, guys, so we are back inside. That was our Playway pick of the day. So, yes, Dominic, so we have a few minutes before we exit and leave the hot seat for my good friend, Pastor Google.
Now, I was just watching CNN there, again, just following up on what's happening in Afghanistan. I'm seeing where there's, there are a lot of U.S. military planes coming in to evacuate U.S. personnel and so on. And a lot of Afghan people actually holding on to the plane moving and Bruce. And these people are telling you, holding on to the plane, all of the wing and all kind of thing. It's crazy. So the U.S. had suspend operations in the airport, put on barbed wire and so on to prevent people from being able to access the planes and so on, to try and get on board, because people desperately want to leave. But so far the Taliban is indicating that, that they want to maintain peace, and contrary to the impression that is being given that they're going to be harsh and draconian is not the case. But we wait to see how that plays out over the course of the next few hours and days.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anybody was expecting that, and then again, who would have been expecting it. It's a sad day.
Yep. Yeah.
Really sad day.
20 years later, hopefully, some of the ideologies have changed. Maybe this is a progressive group. We can hope that, as I said, we'll see how that turns. They already say wait until see how things are going to roll out with the new laws and stuff that they intend to implement shortly. So,
yeah, boy. And I have a family member that was enrolled in the U.S. Army, and they I think he just came out, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember where he was though, but right? More war, boy. Yeah.
War is money,
Somebody really said that to me, yeah? Somebody really told me that sometime back.
Yeah.
Guys, so we have just a couple more minutes here. The daily word for today is healing. I am strong and sound in spirit. To be healed is to feel renewed physically and mentally. I am grateful to be a spiritual being, blessed with strength and wisdom, renewed at the level of spirit. I affirm my health and wholeness now. I picture my body imbued with unlimited energy, divine energy that passes into and through every atom, cell, tissue, and organ of my body. I also see myself as calm and serene, knowing that God is with me and within me. My body is vital and my mind is at peace. I give thanks for the divine energy that continuously flows in and through me, keeping me strong. This strength fills my mind and body. Through spirit within, I am faith-filled and healed. My body's response to this powerful truth is positive and wondrous. Jesus said to him, "Go, your faith has made you well." Mark 10:52. Well, Dominic, as you say, we waiting to see the next step of that whole situation over there.
Correct. Yep. But I'm also seeing where relief efforts and rescue efforts continue to take place in Haiti, as more and more casualties come on. So I'm seeing videos of persons being evacuated to the U.S. And I know that's one of the concerns that the U.S. authorities have, is that if their response directly in Haiti is insufficient, that they're going to have an influx of Haitian nationals coming to or seeking refuge in the U.S. And that's something that they're trying to address, because right now on their southern borders, where they have now an influx of migrants from Mexico and Guatemala and other countries coming in. So, opposition forces in the U.S. now saying, well, the spread of the coronavirus is because the borders are porous. That sound familiar, Bruce?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, the spread of the Delta variant is because the borders porous, and Joe Biden allowing migrants and illegal migrants to come into the country. Yeah, and they come in with the virus and so on. Yeah.
Guys, well, we are within the countdown. We have just about a minute and a half again before we get out of here. So, as per usual, was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in ours. So, Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we will be on again tomorrow. Please go on.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back in studio again tomorrow, please God. And the lovely Miss Felix will be in on Wednesday, God's willing. So continue to keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. This has been your Titans of Democracy, Dominic, Romain, and Bruce Wayne. And we talk to you guys tomorrow, please God. So Dominic, as we say,
all right. Ciao.
One more wine, one more drink. All of my friends and me girl them link. Everybody out here getting on stink is the fatal, yeah. It's causes fet after fet after fet after fet after fet. Me and my friend, fet after fet after fet after fet after fet. When we reach its point, fet after fet after fet after fet after fet. Grab them and jam them, fet after fet after fet after fet after fet. When I touch down badang, all kind of bumper inside the fet get lash. Waistline badang, bartender send 2 more cause I'm spending my cash. Hit me like badang, my head done bad cause I'm mixing the rum with babash. Waistline badang, is Caribbean white home Johnny Walker in the stash. I jump off, mash it up, it is me. Jump on, it is me. Jump on, wave, let me hear you say. Rah, 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 jump on, mash it up, it is me. Jump on, it is me. Let the pumping start, 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 start. Let the wine start, 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 start. Let the jumping start, 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 start. Take a look. You, like I was blossom in spring. Carnival and feet for days. Oh Lord, it's joy and love the warmth of the season brings. You see it, eh? Carnival and feet for days. Whining like an animal. Oh Lord, it's bacchanal. I could never be the same. Sipping on strong chemical. After all this is over, I'll see you. Look, if you come to fed, I come to fed, she come to fed, we come to fed. All now we have to sign and defend ready to. If you come to fed, start to chip like a Juve right now. Start to jump, jump up. Start, 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 start. Let the drinking start. Start, start. Let the bumping start.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch. Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.